greetings to all those who are watching us over the internet. Thank you for tuning in. Is it okay to say Happy Valentine's Day weekend? Yes, I think so. So, on a Valentine's Day, one woman was taking a nap in the afternoon and had a dream. Waking up, she told her husband, I saw you coming to me with a gorgeous, expensive diamond necklace for me. What is the meaning of that? And so he told her, you will know the meaning by this evening. So evening came and he came back from the city with a nice little packet. With great excitement, the wife opened the packet. It was a book entitled The Meaning of Dreams. I hope all your dreams come true, and happy Valentine's Day. And on this occasion, we will also renew our wedding vows. So immediately after the homily, Father John will lead you in the renewal of wedding vows. This Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, and we will start the holy season of Lent. And we have beautiful brochures, tri-fold brochures available on all the racks around the church, explaining all the many different things that we are doing throughout the season of Lent. Allow me to highlight a few of the important ones. As a parish, we have decided to take a common penance for all of us. So the common Lenten penance will be full participation at Sunday Masses. So what do I mean by full participation? That means you will come on time and will not go away until the Mass is fully finished. So it may not be a penance for most of you, but it could be a penance for some of you. And I used to ask myself and ask people around, why do people come late for Mass? And for some, it is a fulfillment of an obligation. They are doing it to please maybe their parents or a dear one. They are not here to please God. But if you are here to please God, you will come on time. Imagine you are invited for an audience with the president or the pope. You will be asked to go 2 or 3 hours before the scheduled time. And here you are coming to have an encounter with someone who is more important than the president or the pope. And you should be here way ahead of time. Maybe some of you do not know that we priests come and announce and welcome the visitors, and we give a little medal to the visitors, because some people, those who come habitually late, they will have never seen that. And we also now greet the people and ask people to introduce yourself. And if you are habitually coming late, how would you get an opportunity to introduce yourself to the neighbors? So please do come on time. So those who are habitually late 5 minutes, please start habitually 5 minutes early from home. If you are coming 10 minutes late, please start 10 minutes early from home. And if you are coming habitually 15 minutes late, please go for the next Mass. Jokes apart, let's make this penance a success. So please have full participation at all our Sunday Masses throughout Lent. Another program that we are offering is 20 minutes of reflection and prayer for 40 days. It's entitled 20 minutes for 40 days. So we are asking those of you who would like to participate in it to come at 6:25 a.m. until 6:45 a.m. at the fireside launch in the Governor House. We will meet together to have a short reflection, prayer, and reading from the Magnificat Companion booklet. And the session will be led by Deacon Rigo and myself. You do not need any registration. Just start showing up from Ash Wednesday onwards. Another important program that we are organizing during the holy season of Lent is our parish mission. It will be preached to Father Jeff Finley. I'm sure many of you know Father Jeff Finley because he worked as a pastor at St. Edward's for a long time. Thereafter, he continued his ministry at Washington Hospital as a chaplain. Now he is serving as the provincial superior for the Precious Blood province in the eastern part of the country. It will be a wonderful, powerful experience for all of you if you can participate in the parish mission from March 9th to 11th. We have also invited Father Bill Watson to come and preach on Ignatian Path to Christ, and that will be just one evening only on March 19th at 7 p.m. here in the church. So please look through the brochures and please participate and grow in your spiritual journey. There was a professor who announced to his students, "I do not think that God exists. I don't believe that there is a God. If a God is there, let him come and knock me down here on the platform." And he said, "I will give 15 minutes to the God. If that God is existing, let him come and knock me down." And some time went by, there was silence. As the 15 minutes was drawing close, he announced again, "I declare, if there is a God that is existing, let him come and knock me down." As soon as he said that, there was a young man who was a 300-pound football player, hefty man. He dashed in and knocked the professor down, and the professor went flying to the ground. And the professor said, "What did you do that for?" And he said, "God said that he is busy, so he sent me." Yes, God might be busy during the Lent, but God is sending us with many, many programs. Please do participate in many of the wonderful opportunities for us to develop a very powerful, intimate relationship with Christ. Both the first reading as well as the gospel spoke about leprosy. And we had the account of a person afflicted with leprosy being healed by Jesus in the gospel. So I have been thinking for the last couple of weeks, what is leprosy for us here who live in Tri-City area? There could be many, but one leprosy could be living in the past, living in bitterness, resentment, regret, and remorse. You may have had an unfair past, so you don't have to have an unfair future. Move on, move forward. And some people say, "If only I did not have a divorce. If only I was not laid off. If only I had different children. If only I had finished the college." Come on, move on. We can move forward. Some people spend all their life looking at the small rear view window of the car. You know, there is a big windshield that is ahead. So don't spend all your time looking back. Look forward. The future is more important than your past. Some of us carry a lot of baggage. Some say, someone has been offended by someone 5 years ago, so they carry a bag of offense. Or someone said something negative 10 years ago, they still carry that in another bag. Or someone lost a dear one, they still carry in another bag. Or someone did not get promoted in the job, in another bag. Or someone lost a job, in another bag. Soon they are carrying some 27 bags. And when you have that much weight carrying, you can't get into an airline. You will be too heavy. You will not be admitted. Travel light. Get rid of some of those baggage and let yourself free. Forgive yourself. For some others, it's like watching on the television. They want to relive all the negative memories. They take a chair and they make popcorn and sit down there and watch on the TV channel all the past bad negative memories. And when you relive all the negative memories, what happens? You are reopening all the wounds. Come on, please take the remote control. Flip the channel. Think about something beautiful. Move forward. Don't live in the past. There were two grandchildren who wanted to play a little trick for the grandpa. Grandpa was having a little nap in the afternoon, and so these two kids went to the kitchen and took some potent, awful smelling cheese and quietly rubbed it on the mustache of grandpa. Awfully smelling cheese was rubbed up. Within a couple of minutes, grandpa woke up. It was all itching, and he said, "This place is stinking." And so he went from the living room to the kitchen, and he sniffed around and said, "Oh, this place also is stinking." So he went outside the house for a bit of fresh air. Looked, oh, the whole world is stinking. That is what happens, dear friends, when you carry bitterness, when you carry with you resentment, when you carry with you regret, when you carry with you all remorse, the whole world will be bitter. So come on, get rid of that. Move on, move forward. I'd like to tell you stories of two different men whom I know in the parish. The first man lost his wife in a car accident some 10 years ago. And he's still mourning. And instead of having a season of mourning, he have made it a lifelong mourning. And I've told this man, come on, move on. Get rid of that grief. Go to a bereavement ministry and get over it. But still, he has made it a point to mourn for life. The second man had another misfortune. One day when he came back from his work, he found a little note on the kitchen table that read, I'm fallen in love with another man. I'm leaving you. Goodbye. And that person, of course, was very upset for a while. But slowly he was able to move. He was looked for another friend. He got a divorce and a Catholic annulment. And today he is happily married. And the other day I asked him, how are you doing? And he told me, Father Matt, I'm having the happiest days of my life. The story of someone who moved forward. I'd like to share with you another real story from Aaron Ralston. He lived in Utah. So the incident took place in the year 2003, and it has been recorded or in a book he has written. It's called Between the Rock and the Hard Place, and it's made into a movie called 127 Hours. Maybe some of you have read the book or seen the movie. The story goes like this. He had gone for a hiking to Blue John Canyon in Utah all alone in the year 2003. And as he was hiking, he came to a precipice and he triggered some rocks to move, and he was pinned down under a 800-pound boulder. His right hand was totally caught underneath that mighty rock. And he tried to free himself, and there was no way to free himself. And he tried to take the only little instrument he had was a pocket knife, and he tried to chip the rock so that he can release his hand. No way. He was stuck there. And so by the second day, he knew he had to ration the food and the water. He tried to move his hand out. No way. Fourth day came, he ran out of food and water. He was extremely thirsty and in excruciating pain. He had to drink his own urine for survival. And then he knew he would die there. And so he took his camera, his little video camera that he had, and gave recorded a little message, a goodbye message to his family members. Then with the help of that pocket knife, he carved out his name on the rock that was pinning him down. And came the fifth day, he thought he would die. The only way to escape is to amputate or cut his hand to free himself from there. And that is what he chose to do. It was in excruciating pain. He couldn't cut because the knife was very small. He couldn't cut his hand with the only pen knife or pocket knife. So what did he do? With great difficulty, he broke the bones of his arm. And then with the knife, he cut into the flesh and the skin. He freed his hand. And then he had to walk now 8 miles to his car. Now, to his good fortune, after walking 2 miles, he found some other hikers. They signaled 911. He was airlifted and saved. And he's living today to tell this story for all of us. He was ready to amputate and let himself go. He was able to free himself. Dear brothers and sisters, that is what we must do. Cut off the past and move forward. You may have had a rough start in the beginning. Don't live with self-pity, bitterness, and live in the past. Move on. Put on a new attitude. Forgive yourself. Your future starts today. Be bold. Put your foot down and say, no more regrets for me. Your future should be better than your past. The best days are still coming. Be a victor, not a victim. Amen.